Balake. Where is Balake at?
My name's Blake.
Do you want to go to war, Balake? I'm for real. Ron.
Ron is back, everyone. Thank you for joining me for a little more SPTV, where every day is a great day not to be in a cult. And every day is one step closer to the total collapse of Scientology. We have some details about the, one of Scientology's major annual events is the L. Ron Hubbard annual birthday celebration event. Old man L. Ron's birthday is on March 13th. Internationally, the LRH birthday event is always held on the Saturday following March 13th. Not this year. No, sir, not this year. Now, in order to hold the event in all Scientology organizations on the Saturday following March 13th, the actual live event where David Miscavige presides over the proceedings, it's almost always at Ruth Eckerd Hall in Clearwater or the Shrine Auditorium in LA. No. I think the Shrine Auditorium is where they normally do the New Year's event. Ruth Eckerd Hall in Clearwater is where they always do the March 13th event. So the problem is, this year, David Miscavige didn't have anything to put into the event. Everything he had promised in the New Year's Eve event, ringing in 2024, everything he promised was going to happen. None of it had happened. Everything he had promised was going to happen in the first quarter. None of it had happened. So he couldn't hold the event. So he had to postpone the recording of the live event until he, at the last minute, in a moment of desperation, was able to finally pull off some of the things he promised was going to occur. The live event is happening here in Clearwater this Saturday, March 16th, which is why the real event, meaning the real one, the one that most Scientologists in the world are actually going to watch at their local Scientology organization, is not happening until March 30th. This is unprecedented. I'm going to play for you a voicemail that was shared with me this morning. I've bleeped out the name of the person. Can you guys let me know in the live chat as soon as I hit play on this that you can hear it okay? Here we go.
Hi, this is Kevin Reagan calling from Portland Foundation. If we've met, I don't remember, but I don't think we have. I'm calling because we now know when our presentation of the LRH birthday event is coming up. It's going to be on the 30th of March. It's a Saturday. It's going to start at 5:30, kind of early-ish. It's probably a bit of a longer event. There's also food at 4:30. And we, of course, haven't seen the event because it hasn't even happened yet. We, the staff. However, we do know from the teams launching, exec trainees launching, and the fact that some ideal orgs have opened up in North America. I think both of those are bound to figure in the event, as well as, of course, the standings in the actual birthday game itself. After that, we just don't know yet. Hopefully that's enough for you to confirm. You can call or text me or just talk to any staff member and we'll get you on the board. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.
I'm seeing someone in the live chat being like, oops, you didn't edit the name. I never intended to edit the name of the staff member who was making the call. I edited the name of the person who was receiving the phone call. There's no reason to edit the names of staff members who are making phone calls. That doesn't matter. The staff member is not going to get in trouble for having left a voicemail for someone they were supposed to leave a voicemail for. Here's the funny thing. The staff members who make these phone calls for invitations to these events, they're just given lists and lists and lists of phone numbers and names. They have no idea who most of these people are because these lists are like 20 times longer. There's 20 times more names on these lists than there are active Scientologists. The person who received this voicemail is someone who has not been involved in Scientology since 1980. Yet one other little data point that you can use as proof of how small, tiny, failing, and desperate Scientology really is. If there really was millions of Scientologists in the world, guys, there's less than 30,000. If there really was millions of Scientologists, if there was thousands or tens of thousands of Scientologists around any given Scientology organization, they would not be calling people who have not returned a phone call or a letter or an email or walked in their doors since 1980. And I know that's not like a definitive data point, but it's just a data point. Okay, now I'm going to share with you real quick something I posted on my community tab earlier today because I received a helpful email in response to this. So, well, first I put up a post about the live event here in Clearwater because actually I had not seen anything publicly about where this live event or when this live event was actually going to be happening. I actually thought there was a chance it might even be occurring in the Fort Harrison Hotel. But I did find out from an insider at Ruth Eckerd Hall. Now, you don't necessarily need an insider at Ruth Eckerd Hall to find this out, but I do have an insider, and it's a lot of fun. And I'm not sharing any of the insiders, and none of the fun information this insider has shared with me has been shared yet, but it's a lot of fun. And once I get permission, I will be sharing it with you guys. First, I posted the information about the Ruth Eckerd Hall event. And then I said the following. Okay, the L. Ron Hubbard birthday celebration event will not be shown in orgs around the world until March 30th. This is unheard of. The event is always held this Saturday after March 13th. Unfortunately for Little Captain David Miscavige, he could not book a venue to record the live event in time. Little Captain Davy will be holding the live event at Ruth Eckerd Hall in Clearwater, Florida, this Saturday, March 16th. So I wanted to note that for two reasons. One, it wasn't just that he couldn't find a venue to record in time. I think it is actually more largely due to the fact that he could not possibly have recorded the live event earlier because there wasn't anything to put into the event until David Miscavige pulled the ribbon on 3 different openings of newly renovated buildings for existing Scientology organizations. You'll notice in the voicemail, the guy said, well, we don't know what's in the event. We haven't seen the event because the event hasn't even happened yet. But because of the teams launching and because of the ideal orgs opening in North America, we can assume that's what's going to be in the event. Guys, the ideal org openings that he's referring to literally happened last weekend and the week before that. Those are some of the most major events that he promised were going to occur in the first quarter. He actually said they were going to occur by the end of January. And so anyway, he couldn't record the event until that happened. He also talked about the teams launching. Those are the new executive command teams for all Scientology organizations around the world that have been in training in Clearwater, Florida for about the last 4 years. All of them are finally being sent back to their orgs. Now that those teams are back in their orgs, you are going to see Scientology's sidewalk recruitment increasing big time. For the last 3 to 4 years, you really haven't seen a lot of Scientologists out in the sidewalks selling books, handing out flyers, film invitations, personality tests. That was largely because of COVID, and Scientology locked everything down for COVID for the last 4 years. It was also because there really haven't been any staff members in the organizations to deliver to anyone. All of the executive training teams have been gone in Florida for the last many years. Now that they're back, that activity is going to ramp up. And now that activity is ramping up, there's going to be a heck of a lot of opportunity and work for live streamer protesters to do around every single Scientology organization. Now, the other reason I wanted to show you that community post is because I received an email that says, hey, I saw your YouTube community post about the birthday event. For your information, I received the following text message from one of the organizations on L. Ron Hubbard Way. The text message says, did you know that there are not one, but 2 different organizations right here in Los Angeles that are in the running to be first place in the L. Ron Hubbard birthday game this year? It's true. And the winners will be announced at this year's L. Ron Hubbard birthday event on, drumroll please, wait for it, the 23rd of March. Can I confirm you to attend? Okay, so this is fascinating. They're not even holding the L. Ron Hubbard birthday celebration event on the same date in all organizations. The live event is on March 16th. L. Ron Hubbard Way is showing their replaying of the event on March 23rd. Portland organization and presumably other Class 5 organizations around the United States are showing their replaying of the event on March 30th. Guys, maybe you guys are wondering, what does the LRH birthday game mean? This is an annual game that Scientology organizations play against each other to see which organization can have the most expansion from March 13th to March 13th. And whichever org has the most expansion in terms of percentage of rising statistics, not in terms of absolute numbers, gets awarded first place, second place, third place, etc. The funny thing here is that all of Scientology is supposed to find out who won the birthday game at the same time. And yet people in Clearwater are going to find out who won the birthday game on March 16th. People in Los Angeles are going to find out who won the birthday game on March 23rd. People at all the other outlying organizations are going to find out who won the birthday game on March 30th. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense, you guys. It also defeats the point of having the other events. If everyone in Clearwater and LA already knows who won the birthday game, how are you supposed to convince anybody to come and see the event video on March 30th at the local orgs? There's literally no reason to go. I suspect one of the reasons they might be playing a little, fancy and loose with the dates here, and this is speculation, pretty out there speculation, is that increasingly these organizations are having problems with protesters and are having to figure out how to throw off and trick and kind of outmaneuver the protesters. So if you're protesting your local Scientology organization, just call the org and just say, hey, I got a voicemail inviting me to the event, but I'm confused. I got one from LA that said 23rd. I got one from the local org that said 30th. What's the right date? And they will tell you. They absolutely will tell you. That they're not going to be like, who's calling, please? And it doesn't matter. They will give you the information. So that's what I wanted to share. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Let me jump through. 4 new members: Serendipity, hello. Renee, hello. Monica Jocelyn, hello. And Saul Goodman. God, I love that name. Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, 2 of my favorite shows of all time. Oh my goodness. Is this the big surprise that Confident Chris has been holding back on? I saw his live stream this morning. What did it say? Like, let me pull up Confident Chris's channel. The comment here says, Confident Chris rented a dolphin van. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was like actually a dolphin. Okay, so apparently dolphin van is just a type of van, and it looks like this. Okay, so this is the kind of vans that Scientology drives around all the time. Chris, do not try to pick up any Sea Org members in your van. They will charge you with attempted kidnapping. But other than that, I cannot wait to see what you have in store for the dolphin van. Oh, my goodness. All right, guys, we'll wrap this up. Thank you for hanging out with me, however briefly, this afternoon. Thank you, as always, to everyone who watches until the very end. And I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click